Paul Rovia. But my friends used to call me Jesus.
Hey guys, Magnus here. Just want to apologise because this video is 2 weeks late, and I'm gonna be doing a kind of tomorrow. I'll upload the one that I should have uploaded this week, and we'll be back on schedule. So I do apologise about that. But anyway, hey guys, Magnus here, bringing you another video on a dead, Walking Dead character. This one will be on the Lord and Saviour himself, Jesus Christ. Oh no, wait, it's on Paul Rovia, aka Jesus. Former recruiter and supply runner for the Hilltop Colony, former martial arts teacher at the Hilltop Colony, former leader of the Hilltop Colony, and former co-leader of the military that fought against Negan. He is, of course, played by the amazing Tom Payne. He is, of course, male. He is mid to late 30s and first appeared in The Next World. Jesus grew up in the late 80s in an orphanage. He grew up with children and eventually found he was gay, but struggled with relationships. When he was an adult, his friends began calling him Jesus. Jesus then learnt martial arts and hand-to-hand combat. In Season 6, Jesus is found by Rick and Daryl. They held him at gunpoint and he introduces himself before he leaves. But he sets off some firecrackers and steals their truck. Classic Jesus. Rick and Daryl find him and tie him up, leaving him on the side of the road, but Jesus gets out and climbs on the roof of the truck somehow. Rick and Daryl notice him on the roof, braking hard. He falls off, obviously. Daryl chases him. Jesus saves Daryl, killing a zombie, and soon Jesus is knocked out by the door of the van and it rolls into the water. Rick and Daryl bring Jesus back to Alexandria, but he wakes up a naked Rick and Michonne. Jesus is then met at gunpoint by Carl. He tells them about the hilltop, and he offers to take them all there. They head off in the RV, but Jesus notices his friend's car. They stop off and find them, and soon arrive at the hilltop. Jesus calms down the guards as they go to the Barrington house to meet Gregory. Jesus watches as Ethan stabs Gregory and Rick kills Ethan, and he calms down Cal and the others when they get hostile at Rick. Jesus tells them about the Saviors and Rick offers to kill them. Jesus listens to Rick's speech, picks a head that resembles Gregory, and stays back when Rick's group goes to kill Negan's men. When the alarm goes off, Jesus helps out by shooting a Savior who was about to kill Heath and Glenn. In Season 7, Jesus puts flowers on Glenn and Abraham's graves. He defends Sasha and Maggie staying to Gregory. Jesus gives Sasha Abe's necklace that he left. When the Saviors attack, Jesus helps kill zombies. They get into the hilltop. Simon arrives and Jesus hides Maggie and Sasha, but he hides them in a different location so Gregory can't give them up. Jesus watches as Gregory cowers to Simon. Jesus then sides with Maggie and against Gregory and hides in a Savior's truck. Carl joins him and Jesus jumps out the truck just before they reach the sanctuary, but Carl doesn't jump. Jesus infiltrates the outpost and soon watches Daryl murder Fat Joey. The two escape and go back to the hilltop to be met by Rick and Co, looking to fight back. Jesus is at the meeting to get Gregory to join the fight, but he doesn't, and the group decides to go to the kingdom. Jesus tells Richard that Rick has a similar interests to him. Ezekiel is happy to see Jesus, and he is present when Rick gives his speech to the king. They head back and find dynamite on the road. They carefully remove it, but Jesus and Sasha leave on foot when the herd approaches and closes in. Jesus gives Sasha a map of the sanctuary. Him and Enid catch Sasha with bullets. Gregory gives Jesus a mission, but Jesus is mad at him for giving up Dr. Carson. Jesus joins the Oceanside mission, keeping the women hostage and helping kill the small herd that approaches. Jesus then returns with the others to see a captured Dwight. He is a part of the group to liberate Alexandria, helping to kill saviors and scavengers. He watches Rick and Co's speech, helps pin down a zombie Sasha for Maggie to kill, and then attends her funeral. In Season 8, Jesus is present for Rick's speech. He helps shoot out the windows of the sanctuary before falling back. He, Morgan, and Tara go back to the satellite station that they visited previously, and he and the others sneak in and Jesus gives the signal to begin murdering the Saviors. Jesus and Tara find Dean. He claims to just be a worker. Tara and Jesus debate what to do with him, and then Dean takes Jesus hostage. He manages to overpower him and knocks him out. Tara claims that Rick will listen to her when she wants to kill him, and Jesus then helps round up the surrendering Saviors and stops Morgan in his delusional state. Jesus walks with the captured people back to the hilltop. Some zombies cause some commotion, and he follows Morgan, who is going after some fleeing saviors. He stops Morgan and the two fight, Morgan almost putting his stick into Jesus' neck. He convinces Morgan he convinces Maggie to let the Saviors stay as POVs. Jesus hands out food to them, keeps watch over them, and thanks Maggie for doing the right thing, but Maggie just sees them as bargaining chips. Jesus and Maggie drive, and they are stopped by Simon, who kills Neil. He then sees Maggie shoot and kill Dean in retaliation to this. Jesus helps defend the hilltop from Simon's attack, and later helps put down walkers inside the walls. He helps Rick in his final battle, telling Morgan to use one end of his stick for the living and the other end for the dead. When Eugene's bullets explode, Jesus helps guard the surrendering saviors. He then later agrees with Maggie and Daryl that Rick sparing Negan was wrong. In Fear the Walking Dead Season 4, Jesus tries to convince Morgan to stay with the rest of them, but this attempt fails. And finally, in Season 9, Jesus and Aaron kill some walkers, help go to the Smithsonian to get supplies, he watches Ken die, he attends his funeral, and is present when Maggie executes Gregory. Jesus talks with Tammy, who wants to see Earl, and explains to Michonne that he is unsure if Maggie killed Gregory for herself, for the community, or for the community. Jesus sees Maggie leave to kill Negan, and tries to convince her not to go, but he fails. He appears in Rick's dreams, and later, in the real world, witnesses Rick's supposed death. Following these events, Jesus helps Tara steal from Alexandria and is forced to take leadership of the hilltop when Maggie leaves to be with Georgie. Tara updates Jesus on some issues the community is having. He spends time with Aaron and is scolded by Tara for trying to get the fair in order. Jesus finds out from a hurt Rosita that Eugene is still missing and heads out with Aaron, Daryl and Dog to find him. He sees the strange herd. He is told by Aaron to embrace his leadership. They find Eugene and split off from Daryl. Eugene tells them about the so-called evolving walkers. They go through a foggy cemetery and Jesus, Aaron, and Eugene begin to kill zombies. Soon, Michonne, Magna, and Yumiko arrive to help. As the others escape, Jesus begins to finish off the zombies with his sword when this happens. Jesus dies and is put down by Aaron. Later, he is buried in the hilltop to the sadness of the community. Jesus was a cool character who was very likable amongst fans. It's a shame he didn't get the full extent of his comic character, and I do feel they really missed having some great moments with the skills that Tom Payne learned. His character could have had a better arc, and I think it was lacking a little bit, but he will always be remembered as the guy who opened us to the next world, the hilltop, the kingdom, and even the saviors. Jesus' death was shocking and sad, and he will remain to be one of the most badass characters in the show. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me your thoughts on Jesus as a character. This video was a little bit longer because he is a bigger character. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.